Facebook.
All right, welcome to the Daily Dirt, Dustin Diggs. We have DJ Raymond, the Bomb Don DJ Raymond is here from 104.1. What excitement here.
Big time, big time.
His manager, Parks Thomas, is here. My buddy, Keenan Sargent, here on a Friday night. So with Kicking It with Keenan.
Yes.
I had your buddy Zeus Rebel on here this week.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we
and,
just had the big show yesterday.
Yeah, how did that go?
It was hot, man. It was at the Hot Lava. A lot of great artists came through. We did a toy drive. A lot of people came out to support. I mean, the show was amazing. I can honestly say, hands down, this is one of the biggest shows that Zeus ever had.
Did they raise a lot of money for those families?
Yeah, they
good.
Did.
That's
They raised a good amount of money. Like I said, I've been all across the world with this guy, and I think yesterday was one of the best shows ever. Like, this was crazy. Like, the backdrops with the pictures, the videos. I mean, just the whole chemistry, everything. Like, we had fun. Like, it was lit.
When did you meet you and was Rucka Puff back in the day?
Yeah, it's a long story. Me and Rucka Puff met. I've been knowing Puff maybe like 20-some years. Wow. And before I became who I am, I was kind of starting off in the game. I actually came to him. I was like, bro, one day you need to let me be your DJ. But, you know, it didn't make sense back then like it makes sense now.
Yeah.
So it was one of them things like, all right, I'm going to watch. I'm going to put you on the radar and keep an eye on you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just kind of continue messing with him and everything, kind of playing his records in the club. And the bigger he got, the bigger I got. And it all made sense. He just came to me like, bro, you remember you told me you want to be my DJ. Let's do it. And ever since then, it's been history. Like, I can't make all the shows because I'm so busy doing radio.
Right.
But so far as every other show, it's been amazing working with him. He's an awesome guy. He's different. He's just a different artist, hands down. And he's about to go a lot farther than what he is now.
Is that how you get your start? So you were spinning in clubs and things like that?
Yeah, I started off doing skating rings. I started off like Saints, Palace, stuff like that. So a lot of people
I remember
Louis
that back in the day.
remember
Those places are so
good places, right?
Yeah, Saints, Palace, Limelight. Then it went from them days and kind of graduated. I was DJing like at a place on East St. Louis called the Monastery. I was like the youngest DJ in there. I was like 14.
I feel like I heard that for like a minute. I was at the same. I was at the Palace at the most times, but like, man, that was like, God, like second grade.
Shout out to my bro DJ Freddie. Shout out to my bro DJ Cut, Sir Thorough, the whole DJ Connection family. Like, it's been a long journey in this game, man. I've been in this game, I say, 21 years now.
So you were spinning vinyl then, right?
I was spinning vinyl. We was carrying crates. It wasn't laptops. Right. No Serato. It was like, all right, bring you some help because we had to go to the post office and steal the mail crates.
That's the
work. Yeah, so that's how
we're going to take that part out, man.
Take that part out. But yeah, that's how it started, man. It's been a long journey. It's just,
that's all in the work, man.
Yeah, it's been a long journey. So, I mean, I'm just blessed to be where I'm at today. And I still got a lot of growth to do. You know, I still go out of town a lot of days and be like, man, my name needs to be this big in these other cities as it is in St. Louis. So that's when Zeus comes into place. That's when my manager right here comes into place just to go international and get it popping out there. So
and then how did that transpire into being on 104.1? Did you do smaller radio before then?
Because back in the days, I worked for a station called 100.3 The Beat.
Okay.
And that was with my bro, Big Sexy Cool DJ Chaos. And then we had another little bro that went to Normandy by the name of Silly Ass. And we was the Red Zone Riders. This was back in like 02, 03.
Hello, too.
So yeah. So I kind of had a break in radio then. I wasn't really the mic guy though. I was like the guy that's just like in the background. He like, all right, say something. All right, yeah, I'm here. You know, I was one of those type of guys. You know what I'm saying? But I was happy to do it. You know, I was in, I think I was in junior high school then. I was on the radio. I was like DJing everything in school, the lock-ins, the proms, the sweetheart dances, and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Remember those good.
I
was only a child.
But they used to try to make fun of me because they say, man, you don't ever get to bring a date to prom. I say, well, you know, the difference is you're paid you're gonna pay to come, but I'm paid to be here.
See, that's that right there.
That's a big difference.
That logic.
That logic hit.
Yeah. So that really hit with me. And like I said, I got my break doing 100.3 to be, but as far as Hot 104.1, it was always a dream to work on Hot 104.1.
Yeah, it'd be amazing.
That was a big station, man. Shout out to my program director by the name of Derek Green. I came to Derek.
Big ups to Derek.
Yeah. I came to Derek, and it was one of them things. I was tied in DJ Cut. DJ Cut worked over at 95.5, which is 96.3 now.
Yeah.
And my other bro named DJ Sir Thorough actually worked over at the same station. So it was one of them things like, damn, I wanted to be on the radio, but it wasn't time. You know, everything in this game is all about timing.
Right.
So I used to go to Derek all the time, like, hey, Derek, man, to blow his phone up and get on his nerves and everything. Like, man, I want to work here, man. You got the sign for me? And he used to always say, I got you on the radar. I'm like, what does that mean? Like, you got me on the radar. Like, I've been.
That sounds like they're trying to blow you off.
Yeah, I'm like known in the streets. I'm known in these clubs. Like, what's going on? So I used to blow his phone. I know I used to get on his nerves. If he's watching now, I used to get on his nerves, blow his phone up. And he just told me he watched me for over a year. It took a whole year.
Wow.
But people can never say that prayer doesn't work because I prayed.
I remember, man. I was praying with him, man.
I prayed.
I remember that.
I prayed every day, like nonstop. And that just shows you, when you do say a prayer about a lot of stuff, it might not come when you want it, but it's always on time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
wow, okay.
He watched me for about a whole year, and I remember DJ Cut called my phone, and he was like, hey, I need you to come up to the radio station. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, let's come up here. So I got in the conference room, say, Derek wants to meet with you. I said, oh, yeah. I'm thinking I'm going to do like some street team stuff, but I was going to accept anything that came. So Derek came in, he rocks the suits and everything. He walks around with his MacBook and everything. He walks in the conference room. He said, yeah, man, I've been watching you for over a year now. I said, yeah, I know, because I've been blowing your phone up that long. And he was just like, I promise you, in less than, this lasted like 60 seconds. He was like, welcome to the team.
Wow, that's mad respect.
He was like,
he already knew what he wanted, man.
He knew, but he just had to watch and kind of observe.
Yeah.
But, everything that got something to do with radio this day, I definitely give it to my man Derek D. Green and Princess Storm and DJ.
Yeah. Like when you got that talent in the middle of your fingers, you kind of just like,
that's for real.
Keep it going. And that goes back to independent artists. It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You might do your thing out here in these streets, and you never know who's watching you. You just got to keep grinding. Just because no one comes to you and say, hey, I want to sign you here, or I want to do this with you. You just got to keep going, because people are watching, especially St. Louis. Like,
man,
I have a lot of record rep friends, and a lot of people from the labels call me every day asking about artists. But I'm not going to tell these artists, because I want them to keep going hard. I don't want them to, be like, oh man, I can get a little relaxed now. Put my name's in the industry. No, keep working hard. So I have a lot of artists, a lot of record reps, and good friends from the labels that calls my phone every day and ask about certain artists in the city. But as me,
what's up?
Y'all on the radar.
Right.
We gonna continue to watch y'all continue to grow and just keep doing your thing.
What's some of your favorite local artists? I can give you some of my favorite local artists.
I got a lot of them.
I already know yours, man.
I did say last time. It changed a little bit. I added a couple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I got a lot of local artists, man. I just met a new guy, goes by the name of Wyoming EA. He's a great artist. I had the chance to check him out. We was shooting a movie. And for what's that, the movie Mike Check?
Mike Check the movie.
Yeah, we shooting Mike Check the movie. Shout outs to Zoe Vanguard.
Yeah,
and this guy did a show over at Pops, and he was amazing. Like, this guy, I'm real big on bringing people to the show. Like, don't just come by yourself and perform. Bring the whole hood.
Bring the crew.
And this guy
bring at least about 10 on stage. 10 people.
They got their shirts off and they rocking out. So yeah, I think Wyoming, he's a young guy, man. He's hungry. And I just had a talk with him and just said, man, I'm proud of you, bro. I'm looking at what you do. I kind of got an ear for music, so it's like once I had that talk with him, gave him his props on the microphone, he just went 10 times harder. Yeah, like nonstop. Yeah. Like from that day, he just been going crazy.
Yeah,
with the music. So he's got to be. Yeah, his name's Wyoming EA. He's got to be a great artist. Gusto Diddy. He's another good one. He did the intro for me. For my Hot 104.1 show, he's actually going to be at Blue performing tonight. I'll be DJing down there. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah. Right.
So, yeah, he'll definitely be in. We got a lot of them from back in the days. I like the Cocos with the Mob out. But, I mean, just a new generation. I like Jizzle Bucks. Jizzle Bucks has a great song on the radio right now called Jump. Shout outs to my bro, Major 88 Keys, for producing that joint. Yeah. And it's a lot. If I left an artist out, I apologize, but it's so much talent here in the city.
It is.
It's all love, man.
It's all love.
Yeah, it's so much talent in the city. It just takes St. Louis just to stick together as one. And I try to pop out to a lot of shows. I be so busy, but I still try to come to shows just to show people like we here, because people think radio people hide behind microphones all day. We don't. We in the streets.
Yeah.
Like, we out here looking for the next star. We want to know who could we play on the radio. So I try to get a chance as much as I can. I don't care. I try to go to these hood spots. I go here, I go there. I don't charge people. I just show up. Yeah. I'm not going to say, well, I'm going to charge you for an appearance or this, that. I just show up because I want to see the talent that's out here.
Yeah.
I want to know who's making noise out here. So I try to get out there, and sometimes I think the independent artist needs that. They need a great name, a person that's known in the city, especially when it comes to a DJ, and to come out and tell them, hey, look, we watching y'all. Give them positive messages, and that makes them go harder. That makes them have more faith in themselves.
Well, 104.1, tell me if I'm wrong, I feel like it's the only radio station that really gives love to the local artists. I don't even think The Point plays local music anymore. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely show a lot of love to the
Am I right? Okay.
Yeah. We show a lot of love to the local artists, man. We're real big on breaking the next artist, but see, a lot of artists don't understand radio. They think it's one of them type of things they could just call you, email you the record, play it. It's not that. It's not that.
So many politics behind it.
It's so many politics behind it. Like my program director tells me, it's got to make sense. Like, what are you doing? I always try to tell artists, like, don't come look for us. If you hot enough, we'll look for you. And it's true. I'll give you a prime example. I worked on a radio station back in the days, which was 100.3 The Beat. It was back in the days called Telemade.
Yeah, I remember that.
Telemade had a song called Whirlwind, and the song was so big.
It was top. It was top heavy, buddy. It was top heavy.
No DJ at the radio station had this song. We went live on the radio, and we asked somebody from Telemade to call in. Their management called in, got us the song. We blew it out of the water. That just shows you, if you get your song hot in these streets, we will find you.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's hurting us, and we're not playing your music. So, like I said, it's politics behind it. Just because we can't play songs on the radio, it's so many major artists that don't really get played on the radio. I mean, like Lil Boosie. Webby, them guys took over the streets. And that's what's important. The radio is just an extra notch to get you to the top. But for this city to respect you,
man, you got the clown.
You have to get tough in these streets. You got to be out here networking with these DJs. Another thing for all the independent artists that's watching, take this note down, never forget it. Always come to the DJ early. Don't come to him at prime time. You know what time prime time is in the club. You want to come to the DJ at 12:45.
That's what I was about to say. Don't go to him at 1 o'clock. Be like, yo, play this.
The dance flow pack. Hey, yo, play my song.
You got to be ready when you
got to come early.
You got to come early. Man. Come to the DJ. Be his friend. Don't just make it all about music. Hey, what you drinking on? Blah, blah, blah. Hit him up time to time. Go out to eat with him. Invite him to
buy him a drink or something, man. Try to network.
We want to feel like we're friends with you.
Right. You don't want to feel like you're being used.
And I get so many people that come to me with music, but I would say 15% of them actually try to be friends. They try to be friends.
That's a big word.
And a lot of them make it to be friends, but I mean, that's just the prime example that just shows you, like, you have to be, like, this game is 10% talent, 90% business. Like, you have to get out here and be friends with these guys. You just can't say, hey, play my music. But then the moment we don't play it, it's like we're acting funny or this, that. But it's all about learning the music game. Like I said, I've been in this game 21 years. I ain't seen rappers come. I ain't seen rappers go.
Yep.
So that's I'm just here to teach the knowledge.
There's only a few, like Zeus Rebels is one of them that's been around 20 years of longevity.
Zeus been around a long time.
Longevity, bro.
Zeus has been around a long time, and like I said, Zeus, man, he's just one of them type of artists.
He's a legend, yeah.
He's everywhere. Like I said it yesterday. I was talking to a good friend of mine. I say Zeus might mess around and be the first artist on every chart. Like,
that's true.
We have a different genre of music for everything. Like literally.
Yeah.
Like I was listening to the tribute for J Tracks that Ken Grant, the comedian, was up there posting. And I was like, damn, that's different.
Right.
I was like, dang, so when you least to surprise your boy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it was nice. It was something real different, man.
Yeah, Zeus is an amazing artist, man.
From rock, pop, R&B.
He's done country.
Country. You know what I'm saying? So it's like to have that type of talent or that type of mind frame, that's like outreaching everywhere.
And then for like a lot of artists, like I could say, I'm not a rapper, but okay, I can rap some people artists. But like, if you have the right type of style and you definitely have the right type of crowd and kind of keep that going, there, like you said, people will discover you. But you have to put the work in there.
Yeah,
you definitely got to put the work in there. Do the content, do everything what you can.
And gotta be authentic too. You can't fake your image or any of that stuff like that.
And the best thing to do with a situation like that is don't listen to nobody else but you.
Yeah.
You know, you can't go in the studio and be playing Moneybag Yo right before you go in. You want to start spitting some of his flows. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be yourself, man. That's real big. A lot of labels are looking for that. They're not looking for the next little baby. They want people that's original. They want people to be yourself. They want a different sound. They don't want everybody to sound the same because you got to understand labels has lost so much money in this game.
Even now, like everyone's starting to sound the same. Yeah, like very, very close.
Labels has lost a lot of millions and millions of dollars. They're like, they don't even do artist development no more like they used to.
Right, because
I remember, back in the early 90s, 2000s, used to be all this artist development deals.
I was able to throw them at.
That's out of the window.
Do you think it's because of the change with social media that they look at the Instagram and Spotify and that's kind of like the artist development?
I mean,
and they
it's
try to
easy now. It's not like Master P days. When you had to drive from city to city and sell songs, your CDs out your trunk. Right, everything is push button now. You push a button, your song's in here. You push a button, your song's in Atlanta. You send it here, it's over there. TikTok is an amazing way to get your music out there. YouTube, blogging. I mean, it's so many outlets of just getting your music heard. It's not like back in the day, so it's really no excuse.
Like the evolution of change so high, it's like we kind of forgetting it. I would be damn if I see someone out with an 8-track player. And I got a VCR. So it's like, hey, that's a nice 8-track. And then be like, you young. How do you know that? Believe me, I know people.
That's true. So, that's important to me. You just got to get your music out there and find different outlets to do it. It's so simple. Like, if I could be a rapper for a day, I'll show a lot of people how to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's simple.
It's all work.
You just got to know how to do it and learn the business.
Most definitely.
And the rest is history.
Parks, how did you guys meet and kind of tell that story? And how did you become his
thinking about that before we got
how did you become his manager?
It's this situation, man, crazy. So, like, I literally been watching dude for a while, but I was out with my family. You know what I'm saying? At the Lumiere. Lumiere. I was out with my family. I was standing there at we was at the burger spot, Ozzie Smith burger spot.
Yeah,
and he stepped in line, man. I'm like, bro, I'm telling my wife, I'm like, man, they're like DJ. At the time I said Raymond. I used to call him Raymond forever. So I said, man, they're like DJ Raymond right there. I'm like, she like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, they look like him. So I walked up on him. I said, look, man, let's handle some business, man. I want you to do some DJ stuff for me, man. I'm trying to do. Yeah, I just came correct. Came just straight up, man. Let's build something. Yeah. And so, because I had the spot downtown, Tequilas. Mine's Tequilas. I was
I've
there.
been there years.
But I had the spot down there, man. I literally had it. The owner just gave me rights to just do anything.
Right.
So at that time, man, he was gonna do like we was trying to think about something to do that we could come up with. You know what I'm saying? To bring artists to perform and everything. But then COVID hit. Boom.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? It was, and we've been vibing ever since, man. Built the relationship, man. He like a brother to me, man.
You know, you like I said, you always find that one person. Yeah, and you definitely have a good bond.
I was never expecting to meet this guy that day. And like I said, he came to me. It was he was on some business stuff, but he was cool at the same time. One thing I like about Tap is one of them guys. He's a businessman, but at the end of the day, Tap is your friend. He try to be cool with you, and it worked. You know, me and him as close as we are today. And I used to always tell him when I first met him, I say, man, the way you think, just the way you move, your whole marketing plan in your head, I'm like, man, you should be my manager one day.
Yeah,
and Tap was like, if it happens, it happens. And
all of those
6 months later, here it is.
It is.
Like, let's just make it happen. So Tap's an awesome guy, man. He works hard in these streets. He understands the game. He always trying to think of a way to even get me farther than what I am. He calls me every day with different ideas, and that's what people need. People on your team like that, just to try to push you to go harder and push your whole team as one to go harder. So great guy, man.
Like you start your circle small, and then once you get it right, expand it.
Definitely.
So it ain't over, man. We just trying to recruit a lot of, we recruiting artists, we recruiting DJs, we recruit some of everybody, man. Shout outs to Ben Luke.
Yeah.
Ben's
What's
great.
up, man?
Yeah, Ben Luke is a great R&B artist in the city, knows the business, and we just trying to recruit a team, man, and just get it
grind,
going, man. Push it up out of there. That's what St. Louis needs. St. Louis just need it's so much talent here. Like it's crazy.
I feel like St. Louis could be the next Atlanta or next Austin.
It can.
Because we got the talent, but we need the platform. You need that platform.
Yeah, one thing about Atlanta, I went to Atlanta and did some shows, and when you go to Atlanta and you got an artist on stage, everyone's in front of the stage watching,
like just ready for the sound,
like
showing love,
Lil Baby, or like it's anybody.
I got family down in Atlanta.
Gotta know them. It's like they show love like that.
I got family down in Atlanta,
but St. Louis is bad. St. Louis is a great city. Like I love my city.
I don't know them. I ain't stepping up there.
Yeah. St. Louis is one of them things. Like, okay, we're gonna bring this artist, but then he's gonna bring these many people. But then once he perform,
everybody gone.
All his people leave.
Right, yeah.
It don't supposed to be like that.
I've seen way too many of those.
Yeah.
And I go to rock shows.
But that's when you get smart. That's when you get smart and make them people go. You get smart and make them go last. You know, you got about 15, 20 people with you. You go right before the headliner.
It's like stay for the whole show if you can.
Yeah, stay for the whole show. That's what it is. We just need a lot of unity, man. There's people just to come out and support. You know, you can have an artist that's independent to try to sell tickets, and he can only sell 20 tickets. You know, but then you can say a Lil Baby's coming to the city and sell 100,000 of tickets. Yeah. I think it's just the unity. St. Louis just needs to stick together as one when it comes to rapping, when it comes to R&B, when it comes to anything. And if we could do that, we will be like an Atlanta. A smaller version of Atlanta.
mean, there's a lot of talent just with the Ben Luke's videos, like those videos. Whoever made those videos, I forgot the guy's name, but Fonzie. Look, I mean, that looks like Hollywood. It looks like, I mean, it's just as good as the Hollywood. The quality is just as good as the Hollywood videos.
So big ups to Fonzie though, man.
So that's the thing with St. Louis, man. A lot of people leave St. Louis and move to Atlanta, but why should you have to? You know, St. Louis. I mean, we a baseball city, but try to make it a music city.
Right. Football for a minute.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of great talent.
And I'm thinking like for a lot of art, I mean, it's also an experience. You know, it's your first show, your first gig, whatever the case is. You could be the headliner, you could be, you know, the first act.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to have that feeling where, hey, it's just a little small crowd, and then sooner or later, once you really get yourself in the mood and you know exactly what song you're gonna play, how you're gonna play it, who you're gonna play it for, and then that's when you get that whole like crowd. You get that like, oh my God, everyone's still here. So it's an experience, but you learn from that. We all learn from that.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yes, sir.
What's some of your favorite guests that you've had on 104.1? Like,
you say favorite who?
Guests, like you've done interviews with people on the radio?
Yeah, I mean, I did a lot of interviews. I wouldn't say it was on 104.1. I can tell you my biggest interview ever.
What's
50 Cent?
Ooh,
that was crazy.
Nah, that's awesome.
That was crazy. But I kind of got thrown out there with the alligators that day. It was like one of them things. I was just in the studio and.
Was this recently? He was in town. Like
that was with Hot 104.1. That was when he was promoting his Branson liquor.
Oh, okay.
But this was back when he first came out with Get Rich or Die Trying.
Oh, man,
2008.
That was a good album.
Cool, high school.
Yeah, so I was working that day in the studio. I was filling in for someone, and my program director came in and said, "Hey, I want you to do an interview." I say, "Cool." I never did an interview. It's my first time doing an interview ever. I'm young. I'm like 14 years old then. So he said, "Yeah, man, I want you to interview 50 Cent."
And he was like, "What?"
I said, "What time is he calling?" I said, "Is he going to call?" He said, "No, he's coming in."
Oh my shit!
I say, this can't be real.
That's an honor.
There, I'm nervous now. I put out the whole notes and I'm writing down things to ask him and everything. I never interviewed anybody. I'm like, damn, what should I ask him? What should I ask him? What should I ask him? Like, so he came in. Lloyd Banks came in. Young Buck came in.
He brought the whole team.
Who about the whole G?
Tony Yayo came
gorilla.
in. They looking at me like, who from this little dude?
You about to take this, man. That's
I was ready. I was ready. I had everything wrote down. I'm like, boom, 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 boom. So the interview went well, man, and you know, that was definitely the biggest interview ever. Like that was crazy to me.
I would be afraid if somebody that big would be. I wouldn't want to ask them questions because you know they do those press junkets that they get asked the same questions over and over again. Right. So I'd want to be like kind of like something off the wall, different to ask them that they do enjoy.
I mean, even the level that I'm at now is still crazy. Like interviewing artists because you always make sure you want to ask them the correct things. You don't want to ask them the wrong things. Yeah, you know. So I still be a scandal. To this day, I still write everything down that I'm going to ask the artist.
Oh, you do, okay.
And I would even bring it to him. Hey, it's cool if I ask you this or if I ask you that. I remember good friend of mine. I ain't gonna say his name, but he did an interview with Suge Knight.
Oh shit! Yeah, there's probably a lot of things you can't say.
It was right after Tupac passed away. And he asked Suge Knight a certain question, and Suge Knight just started flipping over tables. And flipping over chairs, they aired on the radio for forever. And Suge Knight was like, man, you asked me this one more time. And everybody knows Suge Knight was crazy as hell back in the day.
Yeah.
He wasn't mellow at all.
He kept asking. But he knew what he was going to do before Suge Knight even came in there. He knew he was going to ask.
You got to be scared when Suge Knight's in your building.
Yeah,
you got to be scared.
Big dude, man.
Because he bring all 3 big dudes with him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
So keep it cool, man.
Him and Mike Tyson, I'd be a little intimidated.
I don't think I'll interview Mike. They'd have to be like Twitter or something like that.
Make sure Mike's smoking his pot before he interviews me.
I ain't trying to kick your ass, but let's just keep it cool here.
You just gonna take me there.
I ain't trying to beat your ass now.
You just gotta be cool. You gotta be cool with interviews, man. Like even you remember the interview? Who was that? That was interviewing Webby that day, and they asked Webby something about him having seizures all the time, and Webby was ready to kick some ass in the studio. He's like, you're not finna keep on talking about me.
You can't just ask that type of shit, man.
You're not gonna keep talking about me having seizures and everything.
Stuff, man, you just can't ask nobody about they medical history. Like, man, come on, man.
I mean, unless they bring it up, then there you go.
You gotta allow them to bring it out.
Some of these artists some of these personalities get personal. And I'm not that one, man. I believe in trying to keep a good relationship. So I monitor every question I'm going to ask.
It's all about the respect.
It's all about the respect. I'm not going to bring Mike Tyson in and say, damn, how did you feel after Evander Holyfield whipped your ass that day?
That was like hella disrespect. It's like, man, what are you talking about?
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's it, bro.
Because like with every guest you have, you've seen the history, you've seen the milestone of the ad. I mean, it's one thing you can ask like from time to time and cool, but then when something new comes out, whether it's music or you got a new video, new promo, all that, that's what you got to get ready for.
Yeah, facts.
Because of course you do get personal, then you better duck and hide.
Totally agree.
So you've been around radio since you said 2008. You're 14 with 50 Cent now. Obviously, radio has been changing with XM, and everybody's doing podcasts now. Have you thought about doing a pod? Do you do it like a podcast? Have you thought about doing some kind of long form kind of thing?
I really don't even have time to do it. Like I think before I started working on Hot, I would have did it.
Yeah,
I tried doing it. Shout outs to Double Rings Entertainment and Miss Ladybug. We had a little podcast that we used to do, but I think once I start working the mainstream radio, I don't really have time to do it. You know, I get time to come on to podcasts and chop it up, kind of like what we're doing now, but just as far as me just running one, I wouldn't even have time to do it.
All right.
Yeah.
So the playlist when you play music on 104.1. What's some of the hot songs out right now that's like you think is really popping?
A lot of hot songs. Are you talking about independent or just?
I'm talking just on national level.
Well,
like
definitely Bruno Mars, Silk Sonic got the new one. Smoking Out the Windows is a real good one.
Yep.
I would definitely say local. Jizzle Bucks has the Jump record.
Yeah.
It's really great, gaining a lot of traction here in the city. It's so much music out. You know, it's just one of them things. You see songs come here and they be gone in a month.
Yes.
You know, that's what rotation is. So
Frisco.
Fresco came.
Yeah.
Yep.
Used to be Doughboy Fresh back in the day, right?
Yeah, you see Doughboy Fresh got the remix with Nelly. Video's crazy. I checked that on YouTube, and like I said, it's a lot of good music out, man. It's just like I said, rotation. It comes and goes. I try to, as DJs, we try to keep up with all the hottest songs that's coming out, but it's hard.
Yeah. Well, that's why I figured, how do you know what's, I guess they tell you it's what's, I guess because the record labels push a lot of those to you guys, right?
Yeah, record labels push a lot of records and everything. And a lot of records, we do get to bring to the table. You know, we can come to the music director or the program director and say, hey, this is a hot record. Do you consider playing it? If it makes sense, then yeah. You know, but it's just one of them things. It depends on you. You know, like I would say Big Boogie. I pushed for Big Boogie to get played so many times, but at the end of the day, he's starting to get played with the new record that he has with Mohead. But at the same time, his records are not registered. You know, a lot of people don't know that. They're just songs. They're not BDS registered or anything like that.
You got to get them BDS registered.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how Yo Gotti's pushing this guy, but whatever he's doing, the show working.
It's
right. So, but that just shows you if you don't handle the business side of your music, it will never make it to radio. You know, It's just one of them things, like, it has to make sense. Like, why are we playing your record? It's not even BDS registered. Like, how many spins are you getting? It ain't really about spins in other cities, but you just got to handle the business side of it. Like, it's just got to be out there in the streets, people requesting it and stuff like that.
Is that because they want to make sure that it's copyright free, like it's not like the beat? I mean,
yeah, I would definitely say that they want to make sure it's copywritten. But at the end of the day, if we can play every artist song on the radio, we would. But it's just one of them things we can't.
You gotta be the top name.
It's just gotta be. I'm not gonna even say it's gotta be a top name. It's just gotta make sense. It's just gotta be one of them things like, okay, we can see this person push it. This person comes out the events. If we're at Cricket Wireless, why don't you show up? Take some pictures. Come sign some autographs, whatever. Just come out, network with us, and build relationships with us. And it's simple. It's just handling the business side. Get you a team. Get you a manager. Get you a street team. And just go hard with it. Like, if 95% of people had the mind frame of Zeus, this city would be crazy.
Oh yeah,
and I'm not just saying that because I'm his DJ, but I honestly feel he's one of the hardest working artists in the city.
Like real talk, like,
especially like when your fan base
I sit back and talk to him.
4 kids too.
He's got a whole family, man. Yeah. Like I sit back and talk to Zeus all the time, man. Yeah. Like and bro, like his mind frame is like outstanding, bro.
Yeah, he don't think like the regular person does, man.
So, that boy's got gears. Yeah, and it's crazy.
And he knows where he's going, and he knows how to get there. Yeah, and that's the important part. So I mean, I just try to holler at him and get him to recruit some artists. Like I was telling you about YMNEA. It's a great artist. Try to get him to network with Zeus and just build relationships. If this whole city could just get relationships, it could be just like of Atlanta, just like we was talking about earlier. Yeah. You got the Migos, you got the T.I.s, you got the
Lil Baby, the Babies, all these cats, man.
But all of them got songs with each other. All these guys are friends. They
new generations, man.
That's how I need to be here.
Right.
Way. So I just try to get certain artists, introduce them to artists that I feel that could help him out, and so on. Another good friend, Murphy Lee. Shout out to Murph. We go on tour.
Murph, man. Much love.
Zeus and Murph go on tour. We got the Love Tour. It's going to be in March. That's going to be crazy.
I think you have do we have a thing on your Instagram here?
For the Love Tour?
Yeah, I don't know if I saw anything.
Yeah, it might be on there.
Yeah, but it's definitely subscribe.
That's going to be crazy, man. Shout out to Murph. And that's going to be a good look for me. I never had a chance to really go on tour with Murph. This will be the first time for me and Murph been friends for a long time. I never had a chance to go on tour with him, but this will be the first time. But it just shows you what relationships does. By me having a relationship with Zeus, I'm able to go out there and network and go on tour with this guy right here. And then you meet Murph, and then Murph might know somebody else, and then you go on tour with that person.
The heavy connection.
Yeah, it's like it's just going to be like a rotating cycle, man.
Right. That's how it works. But it must be hard to be like Nelly or Murphy Lee, because you probably got all these artists that doesn't have all their stuff together that wants them to do, they expect like them to do something, think that they're going to make their career or whatever.
Like how to get the help from them, and then
I'm sure you probably get that too sometimes.
Yeah, and I think the Ticks, they did a big thing in St. Louis. They can't help everybody. I can't say they have done songs with a lot of people. They have vouched for a lot of people. They have went to the labels. Hey, we got a Jaquan here. We went to the labels. Hey, we got a Chingy here. And they went to the labels. Hey, we got a Huey here. R.I.P. to Huey. Mm-hmm. But I think that the Lunatics definitely put a lot of. They can't do every artist, but they did what they could do.
Yeah,
I know what I'm saying.
Yeah. And he did his own institute at one time, right? Yeah,
So shout out to Nelly and the whole Lunatic family. I think they really put on for the city, and they helped who they can help. But a lot of people just thought that they supposed to just help the 100 artists. Like you, the biggest artist in the city, just start signing everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's impossible.
It don't really work like that, man. Like
because you got to be careful who you get on your team.
Well, they're trying to sustain their career too, right? Yeah. So
yeah, facts. But yeah, them guys definitely, I can vouch and say they went into labels and vouch for a lot of artists. And if labels didn't want you, then that's a label.
Ain't nothing they can do about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to the Ticks.
Wow, that's awesome.
Crazy.
Because then, like, even for music, whether local or big, your fan base can count too. Now, to a degree, would you say a relationship with your fans is bigger than a relationship with just like the people that signing you, or like it's kind of
definitely fans. Fans are gonna make you or break you.
Real.
You just can't go out here. That's why it's good to make different type of music, because you just can't go out here and just make street music all day, because you gotta get the ladies to buy your music.
You gotta make music for everybody.
You gotta make music for everybody, man. So it's definitely about the fans. You gotta get out here and tour these different cities, man, because the world is just bigger than Highway 170. You know what I'm saying? You got to get out there and just these different clubs.
Chicago, Springfield. Even if you just go to small spots like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to be smart too, because if you're on Spotify, you got to look at your analytics and know like, oh wow, my shit's hitting in Austin and my shit's hitting in Atlanta.
Australia, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like your name will hit, but it has to hit right.
And that's when it comes to the business part of it. Like I said,
you got to go there.
And you got to go there. You got to go see them people. They ain't just make a song and email DJ Raymond and say, okay, let's get it played on the radio. That ain't how shit work that easy.
You gotta work to get played on the radio.
Like I said, don't come to us. If you hot enough, we will find you.
Right.
That's
telling you.
So
people see these movies that they, it's like in the first act they get their song played on the radio and they made it.
Like,
it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, it don't work like that.
And like this just. Bro, like he been honest and real, because I talk to him all the time about, yo, man, Ben Luke, man, I need his stuff on the radio.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But
and he management,
and I'm management. Yeah, and you know what I'm saying? I manage him. But you know what I'm saying? What I do is, you know what I'm saying? I go. He say, well, look, man, holla at woo, and I go do my homework, do what I got to do, and make it happen from there. You know what I'm saying? Which is gonna happen from there. I already did my magic with that, but it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get out here and grind and move too. He just can't put you on and say, well, man, I like you, man. Yeah. Your music is the toughest music in the world. Yeah. Let me go and slide you in, because it's politics, man, with that, man. You know what I mean? This man, you don't expect for this man to lose his job, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, man, I politic with every artist. I bring names to the table all day, every day. I'm forever hollering at D Green. I'm forever hollering at Princess Storm. Hey, what's up with these artists right here? Well, what are they doing? Let's get them popping. Let's see what we can do. Hands up to these artists. What y'all gonna do to get y'all songs up in here?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'll definitely stay in these streets, man, and speak game to these guys and just try to motivate them and get them to understand the business side of the music game, and just roll with it, man. It's a book out here that I used to read called The Music Game, the music industry. Mm-hmm. I read that whole book. The book was like 350 pages long, but I really wanted to understand the music side. And I never told anybody this, but if they know me, they know me. Mm-hmm. Back when I used to try to do the rap thing, you know what I'm saying? I tried to be a rapper for, let's say, about a year. It's hard. The rap game is hard. Like, I got in it, decided, like, nah, it was one of the things I said, well, I'm going to start rapping. I'm going to leave DJing alone for a while. I'm trying to switch over to be a rapper. See what it's like. See what these guys go through. And when I say it's hard, I'm talking about, I wasn't even in radio then. So now I'm coming to DJs. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, man. Blah, blah, blah. But I see what these guys go through. And that's why I stay out here in these streets and just try to get these guys game, because it is hard. It's hard. You know, it's one of them things, you know, you got a hot song, but
how long can you keep that up though?
How long can you keep it up? And problem is, you record your song, and the only people that get to hear it is you, your best friend, your baby mama,
your family,
your neighbor down the street. Y'all sit in the car and bounce your heads all day.
Yeah, school.
You might make a quick little video with a picture of you and throw it on YouTube, and you wonder why it only got 76 views. Right. Because you just put it on there and press send. You don't promote it.
Right.
No. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, that and YouTube with the SEO words. I mean, it's so complicated. A lot of artists don't really understand.
Algorithms, man.
I'm bad.
You got to fight against them, man.
I salute every artist that's out here that's trying to get it right now, because it's a hard game, man. It really is, you know. And if I could have kept it going, I would have. But it was one of them things. I kind of gave up DJing. If I would have did both, then I probably would have been cool.
What was your hip hop name?
The Bomb Don.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Same person.
Okay.
You know
I know. Okay.
No change up.
I was in the club just like all the other artists. I like buying DJ drinks.
Bam.
But I kind of had relationships with the DJs by me being a DJ.
Yeah.
But I just kind of think like, man, if I would have just stayed a DJ and rapped, I would have been cool, because, I mean, look at the Ludacris. Ludacris was a radio jockey in Atlanta. And he came out with a song, but he was smart, and he said, I'm going to do both.
I'm going to say, because like Lil Jon was the same way.
Shout out to
Lil
Jon. Shout out to 3 6 Mafia, Juicy J. If y'all just watched the versus battle, Juicy J was up there cutting it up on the turntable.
Yeah, he was killing it too.
The way he
hypnotized minds.
You know what I'm saying? But that just shows you, like, if DJ Chose, shout out to DJ Chose. It just shows you, man.
If you got that hype, then there it is.
You got to do it. And sometimes I think about dropping songs, but I'm not really on it. I'm kind of too busy. I'm just trying to get another artist to put out the city. That's my goal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to tour. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. I want to be able to tour with the big names. But I do understand these big names have DJs already. That was their day ones. You know, the Migos, they got their DJ. Jeezy, Bag, everybody got their DJ. So while I'm in position that I'm in, why not take an artist, push him out the city, and he take me with him?
There you go.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
So you are already there, though. You know what I'm saying? Zeus.
Yeah, Zeus is there.
You know what I'm saying?
Zeus is there. And like I said, me and Zeus been touring like crazy. But, I mean, just helping other artists is the same way. You know, I feel I really got something in my head where I'm in. I think where I'm in is going to be a big artist out of the city, you know. But I just try to push these guys, man, and you know, you go to the top.
He definitely gonna be Wine Man. Definitely gonna be the next.
Yeah, on his way.
I've heard people talk about him already on the show.
Wine Man, that dude there, he's on the way. It's just one thing. I've been in this game a long time. I could just look at somebody, listen to their music, see if they marketable, see where they mind it, and he's 10s all the way across the board.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? I really got a real big mindset on this guy. You know, I don't really tell artists this a lot, you know, but
me neither. I ain't lying to you, bro.
I honestly could say if he gets behind the right team, he could be one of the next people to blow out this city.
So I feel like, you know, back in the old days, like the Jackson days and the Beatles, like whoever, I could probably say it was easy. I mean, go to studio, record. If they say you sound like you got to go, but like even that, it changed to now because it's social media took over, like, you know, platforms took over. You know, you had to really find your right spot. Whether it was a small venue, I don't care if you had to sing in front of people at Applebee's. Just find a place, let them listen to you, let them talk about you, and then, hey, sign with us. We got you, bro.
Facts. Yeah, it's easy now. It ain't like back in the day.
Nah.
Back in the days, it's hard.
You used to be able to walk up to labels, man, in the 70s and the 80s, man. Like,
hey, let me sing a song.
It wasn't so oversaturated back then either.
Like, come on, dude, it was still developing. Walk up to Motown, look. They own you, you know what I'm saying?
Think about it. It was a lot of rappers then, but it's not as many rappers as it is now.
Right.
Everyone raps, from females to the fellas. That's the reason it's so hard now, but it's easy at the same time because the way to get your music out here is just social media. You know, back in the days, it was not, I mean, we probably had like MySpace, stuff like that, but it wasn't big as it is now. So, it's easy.
And people can record a lot easier now. You got the Pro Tools, they're cheap and all that kind of stuff.
Everything on the phones and laptops.
Right. Yeah.
And then, too, the artists, sometimes you get these artists that are popular on TikTok, might not even be that talented, but they just know how to do the social media game or whatever. And so you
do got artists like that. I'm going to be honest with you. I would say the artists with the wackest songs be the ones that know the game.
Right.
I don't know why it's like that. And I'm not just talking St. Louis. I'm talking about
just period.
And period. Yeah.
Like big cities to small cities.
I mean, Afro Man, Because I Got High, I thought that was the wackest song ever.
But it was just catchy.
Yeah, I just never listened to that.
It was
song.
catchy.
Maybe because I ain't get high. You know what I mean? But
but it's straight.
It's just a joke song. That's it.
Yeah, but it's just the way he marketed it. The way he marketed that song.
It was up there though.
It's the way he marketed it.
Yeah, he was just in a festival like a month ago down in Springfield. It was a pot smoking festival or whatever. Oh, wow. So he's still making money off that song.
He's still making money off ringtones and everything. But that just shows you don't have to have the biggest song out here. If you know the music game and you got the right team behind you, even if it's not a hit, it'll still work for you.
Oh yeah,
it's that simple.
Because like you can have like the most shittiest song or just kind of like a laugh song. It can still skyrocket. Keep going.
You get the right marketing team behind
you. It's memorable. It's a meme.
Yeah. And one thing I want to put out there to a lot of artists, man, like just because your name known, it doesn't mean that you can't do shows. Get every show that you can get. Grab every show that you can get. I'm telling you. I mean, sell tickets. Hell, I mean, even Zeus did that as big of a name as he is. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, don't think that you're above anything just because your name is popping. I mean, because your name could get taken away from you just as quick as it got made. You know what I mean?
Right,
so, I mean, stay humble. Stay humble. And keep grinding.
And I think a lot of it got to do shows that count. You know,
you
don't really want to just Little Bobby doing a show down the street. It's not
at his crib in the basement.
You know what I'm saying? You got to do what counts. It takes.
We have those garage bands. It's like, your neighbors are gonna hear that. They're gonna call the cops.
It takes money to make money. So when these big names come here, see how you can get on the show.
Yeah, a lot of how you can open up for
24/7. Hey man, how can I open up? A lot of times it takes money,
to
do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't want to spend that money, but you got sometimes you might just have to.
Yeah, work a deal out, man. Say, hey, this is how much money I got. Them the shows that's gonna help you. You know, and I'm not saying don't do no local shows, but do the shows that's gonna count.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. People gonna remember you if you was on stage with Jeezy, or if you was on stage with this person or this person. You R&B singer, Bruno Mars come. Try to open
and
up.
That's the main thing with Ben, like what I've been doing with him. Like the first show that he did with Vito, we was like, man, we gotta put him on that one. You know what I'm saying? So
like that traffic has to be high.
He did that one,
no matter what you do.
And then we did Jay Holiday was next. You know what I'm saying? Yes. And then we just did Bobby V. You know, I wish bro was there, man, but he had another engagement. But we did that one in Springfield, and then he got invited back to do Fabo. You know what I'm saying? So to open up for Fabulous. So like when you start putting money into like opening up for different artists, you don't know who might be there. They might say, "Dang, well if that artist manager or people might say, oh man, we want to put him on tour." You know what I'm saying? Like if Soulja Boy would have came, we was working on him opening up for the Millennium Tour. One of the after sets. You know what I'm saying? We was working on that. You know what I mean? So
still not been there yet.
Yeah. So, it's I tell like Strings, he opened up for what not John Legend, what's the other guy, man?
I'm sorry. Who did he?
He just did it.
It was like months ago, or
month ago, man. And that show was nice. You know what I
mean? He told me. I remember he did say he had a show.
Yeah, he did have a show, man. Like he opened up for like even Mookie, man. He did shows opening up for Dondria. You know what I mean? Like Sammy. Like you have to make things count with other shows, but just don't think that you too big to do anything local. Reach for the stars, but don't reach for don't just accept bullshit, but still reach for the stars and do shows.
Or like don't take too much of a step if you can't even walk right first.
Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like keep it humble. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then gradually grow. Yeah.
My thing is I do interviews with anybody that's doing something in St. Louis, but it's to stay kind of I stay fresh and keep doing it every day, because if I don't do it every day, like I notice it in my next show or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I try to keep a good pace.
And that's the point. That's the point right there.
Yeah. So, well, it's awesome. So what we got like 10 minutes left. What do you see in the future? Like, what's you're gonna go on tour? Do you ever think about doing like the acting kind of?
I started the acting thing. Shout out to I played the Godfather of St. Louis. It was a great movie. We just had the premiere for it at the Galleria.
Okay.
Ball and everything. Shout out to Zoe Vanguard, and it was crazy. So I would love definitely get into acting. But I think my main thing right now is just touring, man. I just want to tour the world, get other artists out of the city, and once I do that, everything else basically falls in. So I definitely want to do acting. I want to get into producing. I think I would make a co-producer, because I know music. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I know what it takes to make a hit. I just don't know how to do it. I got to get one of these major 88 keys or something like that. How to show me how to do the Pro Tools or something like that, and get the producing. So I want to do so much more stuff than just DJ, man. It's just, it all starts from here.
We always got time.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about doing like consulting? Like, because you could probably sit with a producer that could, and you kind of
I would definitely
like the new up and comings.
Yeah, I would definitely do that, but it's a difference when you do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like I just had a conversation with Major 88 Keys a couple days ago, having him to do a beat for me and everything. But I'm like, man, if I know how to do it myself, I could do it exactly how I want to do it. Nobody's gonna do it like you want to do it. But I think I can make a lot of money in this game. I try to look at these big DJs. I heard of the Khaled's and everybody. All these guys are producers. Dr. Dre. All these guys did beats. I'm like, okay, how can I get to this level? So I try to look at their footsteps and follow what they did.
Yeah.
And these guys was producers. Mm-hmm. They DJ, but at the end of the day, they can make a record and shop it off to Young Money, or make a record and send it over to this label or that label. And I think after touring, that's definitely my next step, is to start producing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so be looking out, y'all, because I'm producing next.
What's some of the cities that you would love to be at? Like top two. Like,
top two.
Top two.
Yeah, I did. I remember We was in New York. Shout out to Zeus. We was in New York or whatever a couple months ago, and we was walking them down Madison Square Garden. This is my first time in New York. Trying to get to New York all my life, but yeah, we was in New York, and they had this big old stage up there. There's a guy getting ready to perform. It was like hundreds and hundreds of people just standing around. So I said, Zeus, damn, I think we was on, what was we? We was going somewhere. I say, if you can perform right now, Madison Square Garden, it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
I know. Oh yeah, Madison Square.
That's a venue of choice.
Yeah,
it's like New York.
That's a good venue.
Everything happens there.
I was just talking to DJ Cut, maybe like a couple hours ago. We was talking about New York. We say, man, New York is like one of them cities you don't know who's walking down the street.
Right.
Like there's so many people with suits on. You don't know who's the executive
and who they are.
Who that person is. So he got to telling me. He said, man, I remember I was in New York, man, and Samuel L. Jackson and his manager was just walking up the hot dog. Like, I said, nobody tripped off of them. They was like, nah, people just walk past them like it was nothing.
New York
City. That's how it is, though.
Yeah. But I think it was Zeus. Like, we did go over there and holler at the guy, and it was kind of one of them things. It was pre-planned. But, I mean, the guy that was switching numbers with Zeus was like, hey, man, we do it every year. I think Zeus is going to definitely build a relationship with that guy, and hopefully next year we could be performing in Madison Square Garden. Like, that was crazy.
That'll be live.
That's a true blessing, bro.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Keenan would probably jump up there on stage and just start performing.
Just be that hype man.
We can work that out.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but I think my top cities,
keep that crowd going, Doc.
My top cities would definitely be New York City. I had fun in New York. Had a chance to go to Miami. Miami.
I've been to both of those.
Florida was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Atlanta,
Texas,
Atlanta and Texas. Them definitely cities that I want to try to build my name up in. I met a good guy actually in New York. It goes by the name of DJ Gretzky. And he's on Love and Hip Hop and stuff like that. I actually met him at Zeus show, so he's at the radio station up in New York and everything. So I just been kind of politicking with him, just trying to fit out, how to build a friendship with this guy and network to get his name bigger here and get my name bigger there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's some stuff in the making. A lot of stuff I can't speak on, but it's a lot of stuff in the making right now. That's definitely finna get crazy in 2022.
You will branch.
Right,
It will branch out and be
that's like how Howard Stern starts and then he kept growing to the bigger city. So I mean, it's possible.
Yeah. So that's the goal, man. Just to brand and just keep going, man. With the help of my manager right here, man. It's just knock down the doors of 2022.
Beat them down. We got to beat them down.
Ram them.
And at the same time, help others. That's how you get your blessings, Get these artists out this city, just keep consulting them, man. Try to get their music heard and just make make this city just a better city when it comes to music. When it comes to hip-hop, when it comes to R&B, anything, let's get the city popping again.
Well, Parks seems like a hell of a sales guy, by the way. He's
that guy is
it's all in his head.
I'm all right, man. I'm all right.
Well, that's awesome. Your show's on Sundays on 104. What time does that come on?
Yeah, 7 to midnight.
7 midnight.
Yeah, beat the bomb down. It goes down. It's one of them things. It's crazy. I'm still undefeated. Nobody could beat me. It's one of the things you call in. You say you pick a category. The categories could be like food, movies, everyday life. So St. Louis. And they basically got 10 seconds to name whatever you tell them to name without saying or saying the same thing twice. It's hard because everybody says I don't care what it is. You're gonna
I think I should be a challenge.
Can we do a little challenge with you and Keith?
Yeah, we can do one.
Okay.
We're gonna do a challenge right now. Okay. Right. So, like I said,
I gotta sit up for this.
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah. So the categories is gonna be So St. Louis, music, food and beverages, everyday life, or So St. Louis. Pick a category.
And you got 10 seconds?
Yep, 10 seconds.
Sure, let's go with food.
You want to go with food?
Let's go food.
Okay. We're going to see right here. Without saying the same thing twice, name for me 5 fruits that only have 1 seed in it. Go.
Apple, grape, avocado.
Look, he want to say
He want to say so.
I'm not even in it.
He's going to say from the beginning.
I knew it was on the tip of his tongue, man. He wanted to say
I was going to say strawberry. I'm like, wait a minute. I got to see it. That's too many.
Because when you start thinking about it, it's like,
That name was, there was a name on top of my head.
Let's see. St. Louis local restaurants.
Ooh.
St. Louis local restaurants? That's the category?
Yeah.
No, you can't. No, it has to be so St. Louis. Like,
see, that's
why I assume what you're saying, like TGI Fridays or anything. It has to be something that's like, local.
That's easy. I could say some stuff like without saying the same thing twice. Name for me 5 grocery stores that don't exist anymore.
Now that's hard.
National.
Jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
Dynamites. That was in Baden.
I remember that one.
There's so many different ones. You just gotta be on it.
Shopping
save.
I say before every word, so I'd be horrible.
Farmers market.
Yeah, I got with that one. I think
the old farmers market back in Kirkwood.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So
that's
fun.
That's fun.
That's a fun game. That's a fun game.
Hold up, if they do win, what they get though?
If you win, you get anything. Like we got prize closets up there just full of stuff. It could be concert tickets. It could be $100 cash out from me personally.
God, I was close.
You gotta win.
I was close.
It's hard for people to win. So
she wanted that cash.
Damn.
Oh man.
Yeah. I gotta do better next time.
Like I said, it goes down. 7 to midnight, man. 7 to midnight each and every Sunday night. And I'm gonna start doing Celebrity Sundays. It's gonna be like every first Sunday of the month. I'm gonna start hanging up on celebs. You know what I'm saying? So I think that'll be big. I don't really want to speak on it too much, but just know some of your favorite movie stars and favorite singers, actors about to get hung up on. It's gonna be crazy.
So wait, you're gonna call them and hang up on them?
No, they're gonna call in and play the game.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just gonna call Samuel L. Jackson and be like, "Oh,
no." They're gonna call. They're gonna call in. They're gonna call in and play the game. Just like he just played, and see if they could do it.
Wow.
I want to hang up on Madea so bad.
You
know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think that'd be crazy. You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome.
What the hell is this?
That's definitely in the making, man. Celebrity Sundays. I'm gonna be hanging up on some of y'all favorite actresses. Everybody. I'm just trying to. I be clicking on everybody, man. I be hanging up on mamas, grandmamas, everybody.
Yeah.
Some girl thought I was gonna hang up on her mom. Her mom got on the phone, click. Like easy, so that's coming soon.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
All right, well, thank you so much for being on the podcast. This was awesome.
Anytime, man.
Yes, man. This was really great. So definitely subscribe to the Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs on YouTube, like the Artist United Network on Facebook, and we will see you again tomorrow.
Peace.
All right, peace.